Hey, you fluffer schnoots and hobbyists. Welcome to the new frontier that is Egee's studio. And we have Garrus, who is a sleepy boy. And we have my guitar, a Sterling by Music Man Majesty. So this is a Music Man Majesty, but it's a Sterling by Music Man. And I want to show you all my guitars. I want to show you my setup today. You can see I've got guitars and amps and stuff back there. I'm not going to show you the amps, but I will show you the guitars. And I just kind of want to figure out how to make a video like this. I don't really know what I'm doing. If I turn the guitar just right, you can see yourself. Or you can see me. What am I saying? I can see myself. I'm talking to me. You can also see my mixer, which I featured on my latest Egee ASMR. Very, very cool. And honestly, one of the reasons why I'm able to do this, oh, you can see me pointing at it. Yeah, there you go. This is very odd, and I like it. One of the reasons I'm able to do this is because I got this mixer. I could have done this with my other Behringer mixer, but this is way better, and it has really cool just effects and features. Like, it has a built-in compressor for my voice right now, which is kind of cool. That's one of the things I want to figure out in this video. I'm recording it like a Egee ASMR video. I feel like I'm even talking kind of quietly, and I'm not trying to. It's just kind of coming out that way. But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just... One of the things I have to be considerate of are the microphones. So the microphone right here is on a mic stand, and it's a Behringer XM8500 Ultra Voice. It's the microphones that I use for pretty much all my videos, but it's a 2 microphone setup, right? I have the mic in front of me, and then I have the mic behind me, which you can't really see, but trust me, it's there. The mic that you hear the guitar through, which I just showed you pointing at the amplifier, is a Shure SM57. Now, I just realized when I tried to play right there that I play very quietly, and it's because I have all of my gains turned up really freaking loud. And that's just how I record, but I have to remember to not speak while playing. So when I play, no talking. And the reason for that is that you can hear that, and it cuts in, and I don't know, it makes sense to me. So if I'm talking while playing, this microphone will pick up those sounds, and it's not what I want on the recording, basically. I'm probably going to do that a lot, just like break into song. I've been very musical today, this morning. It's still morning. I only woke up a few hours ago. So this is a good segue to what this guitar is. Oh no, you can see my face. You saw nothing. So this is a Sterling by Music Man Majesty. And when I was looking for references for it, I had a hard time finding it. So maybe this just solid purple one wasn't super common. Most of them have it looks like a 3-piece body. So there's a book match piece, but there's a piece in the middle that's a different color. It could just be painted too, but if it's a fancy, expensive guitar, it's probably 3-piece. But this is, as far as I know, just... Well, I don't know. I'm not going to claim I understand the wood of the guitar, but it is a very nice guitar, 24 fret, very long neck, very, very long neck. But that means that I can play, I have my guitar tuned to open D, so it's D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. And this F sharp pretty much always sounds a little off. I don't know, it just always sounds off, but when you play it in a song, it's fine. I like this tuning and I like this guitar. 24 frets mean I can go D. I don't know why I'm leaning back. D, D, D. And this is so high it's like a harmonic. Very, very cool guitar. When I play, I typically play, this is the kind of stuff I wanted to show you. When people show off guitars and stuff, they don't often talk about their style. And I have a very particular style. On this guitar, it is tuned to open D because it is. That's basically just D. Like you could get that same sound with drop D. But with open D, you can do all sorts of cool suspended, not sustained, but suspended stuff. Get really cool sounds out of this tuning. When I play, I typically play, if I'm playing most of the time, I guess, pretty much always I've used the bridge pickup. That was very strange, jumbly. So the bridge pickup is good for stuff that cuts through the mix, like solos and very trebly stuff. But when you want to play rhythm or kind of get it into the mix so it doesn't cut above vocals, stuff like that, you play with the neck pickup, or you can do the mid pickup, and I believe that's both of them, right? What else would it be? So that's the middle pickup. That's the neck pickup. Probably shouldn't have dropped that. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah. So that's bridge. I don't know. I can hear it pretty good if I'm just gonna mess around. It's just whatever you want to use. I always push it to the max volume unless I'm trying to get in the mix, and I do swells and stuff with it. And the tone is, I'm really particular about the tone knob actually. Most of the time on the bridge pickup I have the tone cranked all the way, and it sounds pretty good. You can hear it mostly. Oh, I left my compressor on, drat. Okay, so this is, I guess, what the guitar sounds like with my compressor on. I don't really have a good way of showing my pedals right now, but I've got 3, and I'll let you hear them in just a moment. But when I'm playing and I'm singing, then I use the bridge pickup and I turn the tone down about halfway, and I actually have it marked in a way that I can see it. Yeah, I can't really show you, but I turn the tone down because this guitar is naturally quite bright, and my voice mixes better with kind of muddy sounding stuff, so it cuts through. But if I'm going to do like a solo or something, cool thing about this guitar is that it, on the back, it has a little battery thing. Isn't that weird? And that's because it has a preamp. You can push the volume knob down and it boosts it up by a few decibels. And it helps it cut through the mix, and it also helps the sustain. So if I push it, if I'm just doing something, you can hear it better with my distortion. So let me turn the dirty channel on. And now the guitar sounds really mean. So if I turn the tone down, you can barely even tell, but I can hear it, trust me. One of the pedals is really, really too loud. I just might have to fix that in editing, but I mentioned that because when I hit the preamp, it's going to get even louder. So. So that's the preamp. So I've turned on the dirty channel. I have to I'm holding the guitar. I think this is called classic style, where it's on my, normally when you hold the guitar, it's on your right knee. It might be reversed if you're left-handed, but I hold on my right knee, but you can hold it on your left knee too. And it puts your right hand at actually like pretty good. It's right below you instead of off to the side, you know? And it's just different. And it also makes it a lot easier to get to the notes down here if you're playing sitting down. But I did it so that I can also work my pedals because they're all the way over here. You can't really see it, but that was Garrus groaning at me. He's getting sick of this. I've been at it for a while. You can see the cables, like they're all draped. It's all stretched across the room, and I can't get it any closer than it is, so I have to turn to do this. But it's fine. All right, so this is the guitar as clean as can be. I've shown this literally clean. No, I recently changed the strings on it because they broke, and I actually filmed that for a supporter video, just like polishing the guitar and making it look nice, putting the strings on and everything. And that was about a month ago. So these are new strings. Everything in the guitar is in working order. So this is how it sounds, just clean. I know I just played it, but that was with the compressor on. So we'll do something like. Can't really even see what I'm playing. I guess I could. That sounds kind of cool, actually. All right, so. Seems quiet to me. And then I bump the compressor. Oh, the compressor is pushing it. Darn it, I'm going to have to fix that in editing. Okay, so right now it's really quiet. I turn the compressor on. It's a big difference. What the compressor does is it helps. What it did, it helps with sustain. So sustain is when you want to play a note and how long it rings. So I can just pluck it on the bridge pickup, let it ring, turn on the preamp. Bit longer that time, right? This is still going. And then if you're recording like a record, you could increase it in the software too, so you get a lot of mileage out of it. But cool thing about compressor is it takes that signal and pumps it up. So I'm losing track of my pedals. No, wrong string. I know what I'm doing here. Yeah, well, I don't know. That wasn't the best test, but trust me, that's what compression does. And of course, you know what gain does. What's this song that I play? I tried to hit the distortion. Let's try that again. Timing's kind of crummy. One of the things that I love so much about distortion or gain or however you want to put it is you can go have it ring out like that, and then you can turn around. Hey, has that been there the whole time? I just haven't noticed it. That red cable, that's my headphones. Is that okay? Yeah, okay. I don't think it's been there the whole time. I feel like I would have noticed it, but who knows? So that's palm muting, and palm muting sounds awesome. I picked it, I learned about it in, well, I mean, it's just like, I use it a lot, and I love the way it sounds. I grew up listening to a lot of punk, and there's a lot of palm muting going on in punk rock music. Another technique that I do a lot is upstroking. I only realized I did that recently, actually. I've just, for a long time, I just had this like standard way of playing. I never really put too much thought into it, but when I started recording and watching myself play, I realized that I do a lot of this kind of business. And I do like ska, and that's what I associate with the upstrokes. I don't even know how to get that sound though, so I don't know. It's just like an economic way of adding more rhythm to your playing, because usually, like pretty much when I play alone or by myself to my own track, so I have to put together my own rhythm with my playing, and I think that that's where my tendency to do upstroking comes from. I missed that. Oh well. All right. So I have one more pedal for you, and that is my delay pedal. Echo something. I also use it as a looper. It's usually what I use to loop my stuff. If I'm playing by myself, then I will play some cool rhythms sometimes and loop it. And it's a lot of fun to do it that way. Oh, come on now. I'm really struggling with the headphone cable. Okay. So I don't typically play with super duper heavy delay like this, but I wanted to have a little fun with it for you. So I'm going to go back to my original position, because it was like twisting me basically. All right. So like that. It's pretty good, huh? A lot of melody to that. Maybe it's the turn you off. Quiet down. Simmer down, boy. Yeah, okay, we got this. Why does it feel like I'm really far over? Like, you used to be able to see fret 9. I tested this. I like shifted, or the camera did, or something. My strap slipped down. There's a nice little piece that I played with this. Sound pretty good. I've been playing that pattern a lot. Da 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 da. Good. So yeah, that's this guitar, and that is my audio setup when I play. It's not too terribly sophisticated, really. This is just a 6-string electric guitar, Sterling by Music Man. I think this guy was $1,000. So pretty, on the pricey side, but if you want an actual Music Man, then you're looking at $3,000 or more. PRS has the same sort of dealio where you've got PRS, very, very upscale, and you have PRS SE, Student Edition. I love PRS. I used to have one a long time ago, and I don't know why I got rid of it. I really wish I hadn't got rid of that guitar. I haven't looked into them in a while. I would love to get a PRS again, so maybe I will. I got this guitar several years ago, and almost 10 years ago now, huh? I got this guitar quite a long time ago, and it is, it was up to bat against a Yamaha Pacifica. I can't remember which one, but the price point was about $700. But I didn't mention at the beginning, I should have. It's a Sterling by Music Man Majesty, which is John Pertucci of Dream Theater, which is the signature right there. It's his signature model, like line of guitars. And I do like Dream Theater. I'm a really big fan of old Dream Theater. I am not a fan of the new stuff at all. It's not the playing, it's the production. The production changed, and it's not my style. But the really old gritty stuff from the 90s, basically, and maybe early 2000s, pretty good. But it's a really good guitar. Sounds good. The build quality leaves something to be desired. If you've seen both videos where I work on it, the nut is still not glued down. It came off when I cleaned it one time, and I never glued it back down. Also, the nuts have been having some issues. They rust. Oxidation, that's what it is. And it's probably because of the climate here. It's very, very wet where I am. So, also, the truss rod needs adjusting, likely due to the moisture. And one thing about these guitars, they have a unique truss rod adjuster. It's this, you can't really see it, but it's this like little round thing. And you just stick an Allen key in it and you turn it. And that's all you need to do to adjust the truss rod. And I've done it several times. Guitar works pretty good. It was a piece, actually. I wanted to play that. It's kind of a cool thing I forgot. One cool thing about Open D is it's melodic right out of the gate. You don't have to do, I've just this in my hand, I'm not doing anything. So you can do like, come up with melodies just from openness. But that also means that you can play octaves and come up with some really cool stuff. The secret, as long as you're playing something, I hope I'm not messing up here because I'm talking while the sound's in the background, but as long as you're playing in D, anything you play will sound good. If you're playing in like major. If you want to play a different key, it might be more complicated, but that's just a pair of D strings. This is D. This is D. I love making music. It's really, really fun. And I also like playing guitar. That is also very, very fun. So let me show you that black guitar right there. And here it is. This is a Sterling by Music Man again. A Sub Silo. It is the Sterling version of, I believe it's the Silhouette line, which is a guitar player from Genesis, I want to say. I got this because it was a long time ago, I had been using really crummy guitars and I wanted a new one. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. I hope that wasn't in the camera the whole lot. No, I don't think it was. It was like underneath it. Oh, now it's above it. No. I'm really struggling with the headphone cable. All right, I just put it behind me again. So this was an upgrade from the crummy guitars that I had, and it came used from Guitar Center in Michigan, I think. And it was in really bad shape. I got it for like $150, so it was very cheap, but it's also just generally a cheap guitar. Now, the reason why I wanted Music Man is because you can get cheap guitars from anywhere. You can go to Walmart and get a cheap guitar. But the thing is, you can get the same cost, like the same price point, from a really good brand. Manufacturing is just all automated, that they can produce guitars to really good specification. And that's the key with these. That's why I like using these brands like Music Man and PRS, and Fender's fine, those brands too, but there are a lot of off brands. And the important thing is the dimensions on the guitar and the materials too. You got to use the right wood to get the right resonance, and you have to use the right dimensions, because if this neck is a quarter of an inch off, it won't sound right. But anyway, I'm not going to ramble about. I'll save the guitar ramble for another time. I want to show you these guitars, and this guy's plugged in right now. So this is an upgrade from my old crummy guitars, though this is also I'm not going to call it a crummy guitar, but it's certainly not as upscale as the other Music Man I have. The main thing I don't really like about this guitar is the neck. I didn't mention about the Majesty, but it has a very nice curved neck, and it fits my hands perfectly. This neck is very sharp on the end. Not literally sharp, but the edges are such that if you do a bar chord, it's not comfortable at all. I don't even think I mentioned that when I was playing the other guitar. Whoa, the pick just flew out of my fingers. I play bar chords pretty much exclusively. And I do not do that on this guitar because this is hard. Where my thumb is on the back, look, it's sideways. This is a very uncomfortable neck to play, and that's the main reason why I don't play this guitar very often. But just like the other guitar, it has more pickups, and that means it has more selectors. But it's a Fender style. You could call the Majesty a Super Strat. You could call this a Super Strat. But it is just a guitar with a humbucking pickup and 2 single coils. I went backwards. That's what you get there. Same thing with the tone knob, though. I don't need to do this. I don't really play this guitar enough to know what it needs to be if I'm going to sing or do something with it. It's just a very simple guitar. It's not trying to do anything special. I also don't like, I love tremolo stuff and dive bombs, but I don't like my guitar going out of tune. So even though both of these guitars are floating bridges, and that means that the bridges, those are springs back there. You can't see it, but it's just a thing. And it means that if you play and lean on the bridge, you can actually mess up the tuning. So I usually have the springs such that it's just resting on the body, so you don't have to worry about that. But this has this weird handle that you can go. You really want to. Okay, so I don't really see what I'm doing here. There we go. I don't really play standard tuning all too often. Hello, Garrus. He's looking for a place to relax. You coming closer, buddy? He's doing the dog spin thing. There he goes. He laid down. So I don't really play standard tuning very much. No. Stuff, but I don't play it often enough to know chords. I usually just play. It's basically just punk rock. That a long time. A band that I listened to a lot when I was an angsty teen was The Offspring. That's from a song called Dirty Magic. One of my favorites. And that album, Ignition, also one of my favorites. Whoa! I turn on the gain and this guy buzzes. Listen to that. Oh, it's the pickups. This is the neck pickup. And that is the bridge pickup. I don't know how well the microphone will even pick it up. I don't know if I can bother increasing the gain, but trust me, this pickup right here buzzes at you, and we don't like it. That song. That's Bang a Gong by T-Rex. It's just so nice. It's old. I think it's a metal song. Is that a hard rock or a metal song? It's just like nice rock to me though. Okay, this guitar is actually pretty fun. You've redeemed yourself. It's really just an excuse for me to play guitar. Someone's out of tune. All right. I think I was a little too harsh on this guitar. It's pretty good. But that is, yeah. So there are a lot of flufferschnoots in the flufferschnoot cabana that play guitar. I see it. I see people saying, I'm learning guitar. I've got a new guitar. Egee, check this guitar out, stuff. This, you could get a guitar like this. You see Egee jamming away on it. I'm a true believer in tone. You can get a guitar to sound good if you use the right equipment. In this video, I showed you my guitars, and I don't think I'd be able to get it to sound. I watched it. I watched a video early on when I was playing guitar, really early in my guitar career, and this guy said, if Eddie Van Halen picked up a guitar, he would sound like Eddie Van Halen. It's not about the equipment. And I took that to heart. And you know what? He's wrong. That guy was wrong. It is about tone. If your style is such that it's very unique and you can hear the way that somebody's bending or something like that, and, in his defense, Eddie Van Halen's doing the... That's pretty unique, but it still requires tone. So if I were to turn my compressor and my gain off, and then I try to play that, let's do it. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that tone is very important. And I've got my pedals, and I've got I'm trying to show you my amp. I've got my setup. See, I have moved. I knew it. I didn't have to lean this far over last time. Why did the camera move? What the heck is going on with my setup? Ghosts in here. And my last guitar is this. This is a Yamaha. To be quite honest, I do not know what. Does it say on the back? It does. TRBX one. Probably not. I don't think that's the thing. It has a neck cover. I can't really show you too much because it's really stretched back there, but I don't know how to play bass, but I have taught myself as much as I can. I've recorded with this before. I've recorded stuff, but I don't know how to mic up a bass guitar, so I can't really show you. But I have my SM57 on the ground, propped up by Garris's toy. I asked him, and he gave me permission. So it's on the ground, pointing at the bass amplifier. I usually play closer to open D, but I tuned it to standard because I kind of forgot how to play. I have really bad form. I'm using my pinky to anchor, and when I'm up here I use my thumb, or I'm resting my palm. Everything I've read, you're supposed to just have these hovering fingers, and I don't know. I don't know how well I want to be at bass. I want to be able to add rhythm and sounds to my songs. I'm not even sure, but it's fun, and it's another guitar. I like Yamaha. This is a Yamaha bass. My guitar could have been a Yamaha Pacifica. My mixer, my audio interface is a Yamaha, and you can't see it, but behind me, that drum kit right there, that is a Yamaha DD75. And I would have a Yamaha keyboard, but I don't. But I would have one if I had a keyboard. So that's about it. I have some other ideas for guitar videos in the future, but I need to produce this one and kind of see how everything works. I'm trying to edit this as much as possible, but I know that there are dozens of places that I'm going to need to cut, and like when I get the guitars and stuff like that, but it shouldn't be too bad. I want to try to keep these guitar videos as organic as possible, like the ASMR videos. So this is just me. I'm not trying to edit and do a bunch of different takes to get the best sound. This is just me playing the guitar for you in a way that's natural. Feel free to ask questions or leave comments and stuff. Like I said, I have a couple ideas of where to go, but if you want to see something, you want to hear something or what have you, you just leave a comment and I'll probably consider it. But until then, how do I end this channel? Do I say, I hope that you leave a comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. If you like this video, feel free to leave a comment and subscribe and all that jazz, right? Is that what I say? I'm operating with like a different Egee head right now. This is different than sitting in front of the microphone just recording some. I don't know. This is just weird. I'm going to end it. Thanks, everybody, and stay tuned for more good stuff.